Hi everyone, welcome to week 2, where we're going to talk about ideas. They're everywhere! So even though ideas are everywhere, most of the time when we start to write, we think, I don't have any ideas. But the greatest thing is that all the ideas are up here. You just have to access them. And to access them, you have to do a lot more than waiting for them to happen. So if you want to write a story and you're not sure what to write about, you're not sure what the idea for your story is, there's a lot of great things you can do. Now, one of the first ways you can get ideas is to literally just start writing. You take your pencil, you put it on the paper, and you just let the words flow. They call this stream of consciousness writing. And they say that because you're just letting the words come out of your brain and not stopping them. Whatever you write, it's not going to make sense. It's just going to be a bunch of gobbledygook, a bunch of words. But the whole point is that you just keep going. And you don't say no, and you don't say that's not a good idea, and you don't say, oh, that's probably going to make a terrible story that no one's ever going to want to read. No, you don't do that. You just think, okay, and then. So let's try doing that. Okay, so let's start writing. Now, normally I love to start using, a paper and a pencil, so I do recommend you do that. But I just thought so you could see me write, I would record my screen. So let's just start with what I did this morning. This morning, I woke up and then I ate my breakfast. I ate scrambled eggs and I had a cup of coffee. Something wasn't quite right. Fish was missing from his aquarium. Spelled aquarium wrong, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm not even going to worry about spelling right now, guys. We're just thinking about getting ideas out, so we won't let anything stop us. I looked all around my house, and I found that he was sleeping in my bed. How was that even possible? And why is he suddenly so big? Typo again. But we're going to keep going. He was so big that he looked like a human-sized fish. Someone fell on him? Is there a nuclear explosion? Why was my fish a giant? And I could keep going. So a few things about that exercise. Maybe that wasn't the best story idea, but there's ideas that could come out of that idea. So say, for example, what if we reverse the situation? What if I woke up in the morning and found that I had actually turned into a fish human and I was swimming around the aquarium with my fish? And it turned out that we could breathe on land. So we leap out of the aquarium and we go out into the world. Then we have a story. So just writing is one of the best things you can do to start. So let's say, though, that writing feels a bit too onerous to you. It feels a bit too heavy. There are some other things you can do as well. So let's try those. So one of the other things you can do is a fill in the blank exercise. I'm sure you've done similar things at school before. So I've written out the sentence, once upon a time, a noun, so a person, place, or thing, want to verb, which is an action word, right? To jump, to run, to go, and then a noun again. So let's try that. It's a really, really simple exercise that can give you a concept for a story idea. Once upon a time, a bear wanted to fly to the moon. So we have the bear, a noun, to fly, an action word, and to the moon, another noun. Now, what I would recommend is that you just rush out with your brain, about, let's say, 10 of these. You could do it really quickly. Let's see what happens. So even though I sped that video up, you can see how quickly someone can come up with 10 story ideas. Now, I may not like all of the ideas. I may not want to work with all of the ideas, But in order to get started, you just have to, well, start. So I hope that this week's video was somewhat helpful. Maybe it was very helpful. Oh, we can only hope. But what I would like to do for myself and for you for next week is let's pick an idea that we do want to work with. That's the most important thing, that when we start actually writing our stories, that we're excited about our ideas. So that may mean that you do more brainstorming. That may mean that you do more writing exercises like this, but let's try for next week to have an idea that we really like, and then we can get working with those. Okay. See you then. Bye-bye.